demolition job in the Atkins. It's all Broadsiding for the J-Mac. Wowee, Broadsiding by 5.
Here at Eagle Farm, it was a magnificent day, but the Stradbroke was overshadowed by a 2-year-old colt called Broadsiding in the JJ Atkins. Everyone was in raptures about this colt, and Ollie and I had a personal view of him, and I can tell you, he is a magnificent animal with a lot more maturity to come. In the spring, he'll have races like the Golden Rose, the Guineas at his mercy, and possibly a Ladbrokes Cox plate. And who will ride him at 49.5? I'm tipping the Stradbroke winning jockey, Lloyd. His ride on Steffi Magnetica in the Stradbroke was one for the ages. What a way to win your first Group 1. Congratulations, young man. But there was one better ride in the race. Craig Williams on Bella Nipotina. To come from the widest draw to be 3 pairs back, 1 off the fence, that was one of your best, Craig. Hats off to you, mate. And what about the resilience of this tough 6-year-old mare, Bella Nipotina? Second in the TJ, goes to Perth, runs 4th in the Quokka, then runs 3 blinders up here in Brisbane. And if I owned a slot in this year's Everest, Bella Nipotina would be very high on my list. As for the weights in this year's Stradbroke, it was so disappointing our 2 best jockeys, Blake Shin and James McDonald, couldn't get a ride. Just raise the weights.
3 lengths in front of Fawkner Park. Fawkner Park has won brilliantly.
Fawkner Park's win in the Q22 was very impressive, but was it as good as last year's winner Without a Fight, who went on to win the Cups double? I'm going to suggest he's a couple of lengths off that. As the season draws to a close, the #1 jockey of the year, well, that's an absolute no-brainer. J-Mac, absolute superstar. He is the world's best jockey. But I want to give an honourable mention to Blake Shin. He is a big-time jockey with a record to boot, and his ride in this year's Golden Slipper was one of the best I've ever seen. And as for the trainer of the year, Chris Waller, he's done it again. What an absolute superstar he is. But Kieran Maher is closing that gap rapidly, and I'm tipping Kieran Maher will be the premier trainer next season. As for Horse of the Year, for mine, well, it's that star mare Imperatrice, 5 Group 1s. She's an absolute champion, but it's a shame we won't get to see her race on. My spring forecast, everybody's seen it. Warmonger winning the Queensland Derby by some 10 lengths. He will target all the cups throughout the spring. I know Riff Rocket is a very good horse, but I promise you, this horse is better.